children, except one, grow up. One day, when Wendy was 2 years old and she was playing in the garden, she plucked another flower and ran with it to her mother. Mrs. Darling put her hand to her heart and cried out, "Oh, Wendy, why can't you stay like this forever?" That was all that passed between them on that subject. But from that moment on, Wendy knew that she must grow up. You always know after you were 2.
2 is the beginning of the end.
There's something in the air tonight, something in the dark, shadows in an alleyway, voices in the park. Something feels familiar, something we once knew, a memory is stirring, but it's staying out of view. London town was strangely ill at ease that night. For Mr. Darling, though, hurrying home from work, his concerns were of a rather less sinister nature.
My hat! Please! Somebody! Stop that hat! My hat! Thank you.
There's something in the air
Chilly for this time of
tonight,
year.
something in the breeze,
Wind has gotten by.
whistling round the chimney steps,
I don't remember seeing stars.
rustling through the trees.
Burning quite so bright.
Something in the air
Something in the air
tonight
tonight doesn't feel like spring. The nightingales are silent, as if told they shouldn't sing. Something in the air tonight, something in its dust, something leaves us shivering, something we don't trust. There's something in the air tonight.
Quickening our tread,
Quickening our tread, quickening our tread, quickening our tread.
Meanwhile, at the Darling family house in a backwater in Bloomsbury, there were all the outward manifestations of domestic normality, if only from the children.
Left, right, left, right.
It's not
left,
so easy for Nana.
Right.
She's got
left,
two lefts and
right,
two rights.
Left, right, left. Come on, Wendy. Bathroom inspection.
Right. It's your turn to clean up tonight.
Okay.
Mrs. Darling was sure she'd seen a boy's face hovering outside the window.
Who are you? Wait, child, don't go. Please. Children. Dawn, Michael, Wendy. Oh, thank heaven you're safe. Why shouldn't we be safe, Mother? Boys, have you taken your Collison's cure-all?
We haven't anything to take it for, Mother.
Collison's cure-all does not only attend with efficacy in all ailments, dear. It's also a preventative. Tell them what else is printed on the bottle, Wendy.
A teaspoonful at bedtime, cassettes, contented children.
I have been up and down those stairs so many times, Mary, I sadly fear we will be required to renew the stair carpet. More expense.
What is it this time, George?
This tie, it will not tie, not round my neck, no. Round the bedpost, yes, 20 times and more. I've tied it round to the bedpost perfectly. But round my neck, it begs to be excused in that particular.
Let me try, dear.
There's more. That dog
Nana?
has to go. The wretched creature has yet again brushed up against my legs and covered me in dog hairs. Just look! How can I attend a dinner party when below the waist I resemble a gorilla's lower quarters?
Liza! Clothes brush, Liza. George, tie.
Mr. Darling was one of those deep ones who knows about stocks and shares. Of course, no one really knows. but he quite seemed to know, and he often said stocks were up and shares were down in a way that would have made any woman respect him.
There. Collison's next. I'll fetch some chocolates to take away the taste.
Oh, don't pamper them. Why, when I was your age, I took my medicine like a man.
He still does. Father's medicine tastes far worse than this. You could take some consents too, Father, to show how brave you are.
Youngest first, house rules.
You next.
I hardly think my own participation is any longer necessary.
You're afraid.
Father's a cowardly custard. Father's a cowardly custard.
Such nonsense! Ouch.
Well, is the torment over?
Chocolate!
George! Father took some consents, Mother. Now clean your teeth and go into bed. All three of you. They are the dearest children in the world, George. Don't you agree?
And they are ours. Ours, each and every one. But I am not to be dissuaded, Mary, with regard to that disgraceful creature. The animal must go. It was a sad mistake in the first place to take on a Newfoundland dog as nursemaid.
George, we must keep Nana. And for one good reason. When I came into this room tonight, I saw a boy's face in the window.
What? 3 floors up.
He was trying to get in, and not for the first time. A week ago, I'd been drowsing here by the fire when I looked around and I saw the same boy then, in this same room.
Inside, you say?
I screamed.
Of course.
The boy escaped, but his shadow did not have time to get out. The window swung shut sharply and cut it clean away from him.
His shadow remained behind. Show it to me.
It turned instantly into dust, George, and drifted to the floor.
What did you do?
I had Liza sweep it up, of course with the dustpan and brush.
Oh, Mary, Mary, if only you had had the good sense to have kept it.
Do you think that I would dispose of a child's God-given shadow? I placed it here for safekeeping. I think the boy came back tonight to look for it. George, I haven't told you everything. I'm afraid to.
If there is more to tell, then speak.
The boy was not alone the first time. He was accompanied by, how can I describe it? A ball of light, no bigger than my thumbnail. It darted hither and thither about the room, like a living thing.
Oh, that could be worth a small fortune. You did not succeed in capturing that too inside of a small
It
jar.
left with the boy, George. What can this all mean?
That's the bark that Nana gives when she smells danger.
Oh, how I wish I did not have to go tonight.
Can anything harm us, Mother, after the night lights are lit?
No, of course not.
The night lights light the nursery, Mother, but I'm afraid of the darkness outside.
The great unknown.
I wouldn't be half so afraid of it if I only knew what it was.
Nobody knows that, you goose. That's why it's called the Great Unknown. Because nobody knows what it is. Nobody. Not even Father.
Just beyond the stars, beyond that great black velvet curtain, no one knows for certain what you'll find. Just beyond the stars are countless mysteries to unravel, journeys you can travel in your mind. Close your eyes and imagine, close them tight and pretend there's a place there is answered and your dreams never end. Know your dreams never end. fancy will be soaring. Days are never boring when you're there. Just beyond the stars, the ending's happy ever after. Hear the children's laughter, feel the air. Close your eyes and imagine. Close them tight and pretend. There's a place where prayers are answered and your dreams never end. Know your dreams never end. Maybe we've already been there, maybe we're not meant to know. Maybe we'll find in the future it's somewhere we all have to go. But it's nice to think that no one knows for sure. Perhaps that's what beyond the stars is for. Just beyond the stars, your fears and worries will desert you. Nobody can hurt you when you fly. Just beyond the stars where shadows never dare to wander. Somewhere way off yonder in the sky. Close your eyes and pretend. Dear nightlights that protect my sleeping babes, burn clear and steadfast until the dawn. May your dreams never end.
Tinkerbell? Tink? Are you there? Oh, do come out of there. Oh, did you see where they put it? Oh, good. Open!
Boy, why are you crying?
I wasn't crying. What's your name?
Wendy, Moira, Angela, darling. What's yours?
Peter Pan.
Where do you live?
Second to the right, and then straight on till morning.
That's not an address. You couldn't get letters delivered there.
Don't get any letters.
But your mother gets letters, surely.
Don't have a mother.
Poor Peter, no wonder you're crying.
I wasn't crying. I can't open this.
What is it?
It used to be my shadow, but it turned to dust.
It's very glittery for a shadow. You were screwing it the wrong way. Don't do that! What do you think you're doing?
I'm going to tip it over myself.
That's no way to treat your shadow. Give it back. Now, you have to be careful. Can't you color in a coloring in book without going over the edges?
I don't know. I've never colored in a coloring in book.
Haven't you ever played at statues? Haven't you ever done anything? Stand still, like this. That's how to do it.
Oh, Wendy, look! Look! Oh, the cleverness of me.
And I did nothing at all to help?
You did a little. Wendy. I'm sorry. Come out. Wendy. Please. Wendy. One girl is worth more than 20 boys.
Do you mean it? Very well, I forgive you. I shall give you a kiss and we can be friends again. You do know what a kiss is?
Of course.
Oh. I think I have one. Here you are.
Thank you. And here's a kiss for you.
An acorn kiss, my very favorite sort. I shall wear it around a chain on my neck.
As you wish.
Peter, how old are you?
I don't know. I ran away on the day I was born.
Whatever for?
I didn't want to grow up. I want to be a boy forever and to have fun. That's why I ran away, to live with the fairies.
I don't think I believe in fairies.
If you don't believe in fairies, Wendy, fairies die.
What's that noise? Ouch! Something pulled my hair!
That's a fairy. She's called Tinkerbell. She's jealous of you. Ask me about myself.
Why did you come to honor Sue Window?
To listen to your bedtime stories. Then I take them back to Neverland and tell them to the boys.
Which boys?
Well, the Lost Boys, of course. They live in Neverland, too. Ever since they fell out of their prams, I'm their captain.
Are there no girls?
Oh, no. Girls are much too clever to fall out of their prams.
Peter, it is perfectly lovely the way you talk about girls. You may give me another kiss if you wish.
Huh? Be polite, Tinkerbell. There is a lady present. Ask me more about me.
Which story did you like the best?
One about the prince who couldn't find the lady who had lost her slipper, except I didn't hear the end.
That's Cinderella. He does find her eventually, and they live happily ever after.
Goodbye.
Where are you going?
Well, to tell the Lost Boys how Cinderella ends.
Don't go, Peter. I've lots of other stories.
Come with me, Wendy.
I can't think of Mother. Besides, how would we get there?
I'll teach you how to fly. It's easy. We'll jump on Wind's back, and away we'll go. We'll talk to the stars.
John, wake up! The boys offered to teach us all to fly.
I never said...
Michael, come on. You're going to do it too.
Quick, hide.
There! What did I say? Not so much as a whisper. All sound asleep. Bless their little hearts. And in the land of dreams. Oh! Get back here!
Can you really fly?
Well, it's easy.
How ripping.
What's luck?
You must think of something wonderful. A sight, a smell, a sound. A shake or two of fairy dust, and you'll be skyward bound. But there is just one rule when flying, which is not too hard to understand. whatever you do. Neverland. Neverland, that's the secret of flying. Neverland, nothing equals the thrill. Take her hand, there is no harm in trying. Just believe that you can and you will. Neverland, feel the wind through your fingers. And Neverland, let the clouds brush your hair. And to stay on the wing, just remember one thing. Neverland.
Look at me!
Look at me.
Look at me.
I say, why don't we go outside?
There are pirates,
Pirates? Let's go at once.
woodland warriors, and mermaids too.
Mermaids! How spectacular!
Follow me.
All of London looks so miniature.
Big Ben is not so tall.
And who would think that Kensington could ever seem so small?
There's Lord Nelson on a matchstick, and those tiny people in the Strand.
If only they knew they want to fight too. And Neverland,
See her Tinkerbell teases.
Neverland, try and follow her light.
It's so grand floating off in the breezes.
There would be I've been flying all night.
Neverland, not to where on my island. Neverland, not much further to go. But there's a bear, there's a plow. We should soon be there now. Neverland. No one cares where you roam. When the skies are your home. Never, Neverland. 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 Neverland.
It was away. Things were quiet in Neverland. The mermaids took an hour longer at their morning routines. Tiger Lily's warriors lay idle in their huts, twiddling their toes, and if the pirates and lost boys ever crossed trails, they merely bit their thumb at one another. But with Peter's imminent return, adventuring was once again underway.
Nobody dares us, nothing ever scares us, even the loudest bang. If you annoy us, best if you avoid us, cause we're the Lost Boys gang.
And those who fight the Lost Boys discover to their cost.
There's been no fight that the Lost Boys lost.
We are no strangers to the darkest dangers, yet we don't budge an inch. We show our mettle, grasp a stinging nettle, and you won't see us flinch.
And when we fight in cold blood, we're colder than the frost.
There's been no fight that the Lost Boys lost. No one makes us go to school, our books stay on their shelves. Got no use for sums and stuff, we're fending for ourselves. All we need's a catapult, some arrows and a bow. Reading, writing, arithmetic won't save you from your foe. So, we stick together, never knowing whether someone's about to pounce. It may sound frightening, but as quick as lightning, we settle their accounts. For those who cross the Lost Boys will soon be double-crossed. There's been no fight that the Lost Boys lost. to go. Reading, writing, arithmetic won't save you from your fall. So nobody dares us, nothing ever scares us, even the loudest bang, bang! If you've annoyed us, best if you avoid us, 'cause we're the Lost Boys gang. For those who fight the Lost Boys, discover to their cost. There's been no fight. There's been no fight. There's been no fight that the Lost Boys. One, two, three, lost!
I'll bet you a catapult that you can't catch it, Curly.
I'll bet you 2 pea shooters that I can.
You lose, Curly. That's a pirate's pistol that you owe Nibs.
It's true, Curly.
One catapult touch me. Shooter, it's up fires. Please go.
Didn't you learn your 2 times tables? I was far too busy learning fearlessness, fortitude, and devotion to duty in the face of mortal danger. Toodles, to bother my brains with no namby-pamby 2 times tables.
I want a kite! Unless somebody wants to fight you for it.
Who dares me first?
No, Toodles!
Okay.
My mother was fonder of me than your mothers were of you.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
she was. Peter had to come up with names for all of you, but my mother wrote my name on the pinafore I was left in. I'm called Slightly Soiled.
I sure do hope Peter comes back soon.
Wonder where he is.
Perhaps he's gone to you-know-where. If he's gone to you-know-where, perhaps now we'll hear the ending to you-know-what.
If you mean that bedtime story, Nibs, we've already worked out the ending, haven't we, Twin?
Of course. They both live unhappily ever after.
The end.
I wish we had a fairy godmother. Me too. She could wave her magic wand and grant us all 3 wishes.
What would you choose, Toodles?
I'd wish Peter was back for a start.
I'd use the second wish to wish for a mother.
I'd wish for a pair of magic shoes.
Magic shoes?
I'd put them on and be off like the wind before the pirates got here. That's awesome. Durr. Skedaddle, lads, here they come!
Lacking a leader's courage, the Lost Boys ran. Enter the ruffian pirate crew.
That's Trigger, and your shark's meat stuck.
I had it between the eyes. Just one of the lost boys, rapscallions. I could have dropped him, Captain.
I don't want one lost boy. I want them all. Scatter and seek them out. Most of all, I want the captain, Peter Pan. It was him that sliced off my good right arm. I have long waited to shake his hand with this.
Aye, Captain. You've often said your hook was worth half a dozen hands. For taking the tops off pickle jars and such like trivial domestic tasks, that is.
Had I been born a mother Smee, I would pray that my children were born with a sharp steel claw attached to their right wrist, and not a namby-pamby fleshy thing with wriggly fingers. Pan flung my arm to a passing crocodile.
Well, it's not gone unnoticed, Captain. Your curious dread of crocodiles.
That crocodile would have gobbled down the whole of me long since, except that by a lucky chance it swallowed an alarm clock, which goes tick, tick, tick inside its innards and warns of its approach.
Oh, but Captain, one day that alarm will run down, and that'll be the death of ye.
That is the fear that haunts my days and fills my nights with dread. Oh, this heat is haunts me. Oh, odds bombs, hammers and tongs, my backside is burning. Oh.
It's a camouflage chimney, Captain.
Hush! The Lost Boys. They're down below. While you've been indulging in wild, goosey gander chases, I have located the Lost Boys' hiding place.
And you've got a plan to attend to that good fortune too, Captain. I can see it in your face.
Evil schemes invade my head, Smee, as regularly as a rat infests a slovenly sea cook's galley. Give me your jacket. I'm going to seal up the chimney and smoke them out.
Oh, it's the wickedest British policy I ever did come across, Captain.
You are lost was a rat one, Captain.
The crocodile!
The pirates were here.
It doesn't take an expert tracker to know that. I saw them with my own eyes.
The pirates run from the tick-tock, tick-tock. If the pirates run from the tick-tock, then the tick-tock shall lead us to the pirates.
I suppose so, but I'll have to check with Peter on that.
Where is Peter Pan?
He's in that other place.
He's always in that other place. We need him here, in Neverland, for adventures to happen.
He'll be back soon enough.
Soon enough for what?
All clear, boys. You'll never guess what I saw flying high above the lagoon. A big blue bird. It looked very weary and had the most curious call. Poor Wendy, poor Wendy.
I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it too. And there's Tinkerbell.
If there's Tinkerbell, then Peter can't be far away.
Yes!
Hey, Tinkerbell.
She says Peter wants the Ladybird shot dead.
I wonder why.
That's what Peter wants, Curly. We don't ask why.
We carry out his orders without question.
Oh, yes. Good shot, Toodles.
Dang, that was such a nice shot. Why couldn't you have shot like that last night?
Yeah, then we could have ate last night.
Or this morning.
It wasn't a bird after all. It was a flying lady. You don't suppose... I don't suppose that Peter was bringing this Wendy lady back to Neverland from you know where.
To take care of us?
Oh, Toodles! Peter!
Greetings. I am back in with great news. I have brought someone who will be a mother to us all. Well, she flew on ahead of me. Didn't any of you see her?
No. I've never seen a better story.
What's up? Wendy? With an arrow in her heart. She's dead?
It was Tinkerbell's doing, Peter.
She told us to shoot down the Wendy bird.
Tinkerbell, you are my friend no longer. You're banished, Tinkerbell. Be gone for all eternity. Is she really dead?
We thought all the flowers died.
Whose arrow?
Strike, Peter! Strike true!
I can't. Something prevents me?
'Tis the Wendy lady.
She lives. See? The arrow struck my kiss. The kiss I gave Wendy saved her life.
Yes!
But she's very poorly.
Oh.
Where are we, John? How did we get here?
We flew here, didn't we? I think. Ah, it's true. He is Peter. And these must be the Lost Boys. I say, what fun.
Where's Wendy?
Is this really Neverland, Peter? Are these really the Lost Boys? Haven't any of them got mothers?
There's Wendy. She isn't moving. Is she dead?
She better hadn't be dead, or else there would be trouble.
Yeah, she is asleep.
Let's wake her up and get her to make supper.
No one must touch her.
It wouldn't be respectful. But she can't stay here or she'll die.
But if no one is to touch her, then she can't be moved.
Oh well, she'll die then. There's no hope for it.
Yes, there is. Well, let's build a house around her.
Build a house? For Wendy? She's only a girl.
And we are her servants.
Not sure I can agree to that.
Curly, see that these boys help with the building.
But how?
First we'll build each wall. When it's just so tall, we'll stop. And with the high-pitched roof that is waterproof on top, we should strengthen it with clay to keep baying wolves at bay. We'll build a house for Wendy. We'll build a home where Wendy will stay.
Don't you think she should see a doctor?
Well, there isn't a doctor, but perhaps there's something she could take for it.
I have this. It's Collinson's cure-all. It attends to all juvenile ailments. It says so on the label.
Yeah! I'll make sure she takes this medicine every night.
In the walls of wood, many windows should be cut. Looking out each way,
just as long as they don't shut.
From each window come what may, there's a different view each day.
Build a house for Wendy. Build a home where Wendy will stay.
And saw and hammer nails for Wendy. Lay the floor and picture rails for Wendy.
At the kind of loft where old toys are often played.
Hammer nails for Wendy.
Where parents play to recall when they were young.
Rails for Wendy.
Make it now without delay.
Timber
Mothers like things done that way.
It's a symbol.
Build a house for Wendy. Build a home where Wendy will stay.
Build a
Build a house for Wendy.
Build a home.
Build a home for Wendy. When it's built to ease our guilt, we'll patch of feather clip for Wendy. Rug to make it snug with cocoa in a mug for Wendy.
For Wendy. There isn't a door knocker. Toodles, your shoe will do. Has it got a chimney? John, your Sunday hat will suit.
Paper, paste, and paint the sills for Wendy. Curtains laced with bows and frills for Wendy.
Place a rocking chair near the fire where she'll rest. And when we hear her call, it's a time we all love best. As she tells in her own way different stories every day. And that's the joy of Wendy. No lost boy is Wendy. She's the sunshine's most heavenly ray. And we pray. All look your best. And we pray. First impressions are awfully important. And we pray that Wendy will stay.
All of Neverland, it seemed, stood as still as those lost boys. Each one of them was wondering whether Wendy would wake, and, more important, if she did, would she fulfill their wildest dreams?
Where am I?
She was exactly what the boys had wanted, and the wildest dreams were all fulfilled.
This is Neverland.
We're the Lost Boys. We are your children.
Oh, goodness!
Wendy, lady, be our mother.
I'm just a girl myself. I've no experience on the subject.
That doesn't matter.
What we need is a motherly person.
Oh dear, that's exactly the kind of person that I feel I am. Now, get inside at once, you naughty, naughty children!
Nobody dares us, nothing ever scares us, even the loudest bang.
You're neglecting to wipe your feet.
You've annoyed us best if you avoid us, 'cause we're the Lost Boys gang.
You've all your toys to put away.
And those who fight the Lost Boys discover to their cost.
And don't leave the towel on the bathroom floor.
There's been no fight.
Bed, this instant.
There's been no fight.
Bed.
There's been no fight at the Lost Boys. Good night, Mother. Lost!
Come on, Krisha, it's your bedtime too.
I haven't got a bedtime.
That's silly. Everyone has a bedtime.
Come on, Wendy. Let me show you the island.
While our children are sleeping.
As parents, we have to set a good example, Peter. Rules are rules.
Not for me, they're not. No one tells me what to do.
You're so clever, Peter.
I do. I'm gonna show you. Well, the sun and moon are servants. I give orders, they obey. It's really up to me if there should be a night or day.
Well, if you've been to school and not run away soon after birth, you might have learned of something called the orbit of the Earth. And if you're so clever, how come you got a pram in the first place?
You don't think it's clever to live in a place as wonderful as this? If it's summer in the treetops and spring on the lagoon, so winter on the river and autumn's coming soon.
But Peter, that's not clever, you're being such a dunce. For what is one to wear if all the seasons come at once?
Just autumn leaves and cobwebs, and I've no need for a scarf. But no cold will ever catch me, and I'm cleverer by half. Oh, the cleverness of me, the cleverness of me. I've never met a person yet who'd ever disagree. The cleverness of me, the cleverness of me. I have to grow because I know the cleverness of me.
There's wolves!
Every day a new adventure, every moment to be filled. Why bother with the bedtime with pirates to be killed?
The wolves are rather frightening, there's only closer now. We don't have them in Bloomsbury, the bylaws don't allow.
Whenever wolves are prowling amongst the never trees, you must approach them backwards and stare between your knees. Boo! Oh, the cleverness of me, the cleverness of me. I've never met a person yet who'd ever disagree. The cleverness of me, the cleverness of me. I have to grow because I know the cleverness of me. The cleverness of me. I've never met a person yet who'd ever disagree. The cleverness of me. I have to grow.
You have to grow.
Because I know.
Because you know.
The cleverness. And what comes next you won't ever guess. I love the now or neverness. It's a part of the cleverness of me.
Well, Cap, I'd say, as far as that young man's concerned, there'll be tears afore bedtime.
Don't you see, Smee? The lost boys have found themselves a mother.
A mother, Captain? A real-life mother?
Pity the simple-minded muggins. He does so ache for a mother's tender ministrations.
Cap, supposing we were to kidnap the lost boy's mother and make her to be our mother instead.
Oh, ship stars and cannon shot. That's a contemptible plan, Smee. It appeals to my worst possible nature. Tiger Lily and the warriors. We'd best take cover till they're gone. Smee! They are expert trackers. They would seek us out in seconds. Walk backwards, lads. They'll think we've gone on in an opposite direction.
Pirate's footprints. And almost obliterating the tracks of someone who was here before them. Someone who treads so lightly that his shoes scarce find a blade of grass or stir up the dust. Come, we shall catch a pirate and present it to Peter Pan to welcome him back to Neverland.
Look lively, Stocky. Roust out the crew.
Aye. And then?
Pursue Tiger Lily and her warriors. They think that they're on our trail, but we'll surprise them from behind and take Tiger Lily prisoner.
But, Cap, Are we not still going to snaffle away the Lost Boy's brand new darlingest mama and keep her for our very own?
Indeed we are, Smee. I need their mother to bait a trap that will bring steel jaws like crocodile's teeth. Snap, snap on Peter Pan. Nothing will deter me from this avowed intent. But first, we have that winsome, wailing warrior, Tiger Lily, to dispatch.
It was the end of a very long day. Overlooking the Mermaid Lagoon from the coral grottos beside the lapping waters, there came fitful music. Peter, having spirited his band away from the pirates' clutches, had brought them to the lagoon to play. But the sun had gone, the moon had slowly taken its place, and a cold shiver across the waters had set the mermaids to their coral caves.
I did so want to catch one.
Well, catching mermaids is not half as easy as most folk might imagine.
Besides, even if you were to catch one, you'd be obliged to throw it back.
They only last a couple days. Then they decline and die.
Colder has become. I don't like this place any longer. What's it called?
Marooner's Rock. Ship's captains used to leave unruly sailors as punishment.
All alone and without food or water?
Well, neither would have been of use. They were tied up. And when the tide comes in, Marooner's Rock is underwater. Wait, shh, guys. Someone's coming. Hide, hide. Go, 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 go.
Watching the pirates hoist Tiger Lily onto the rock and tie her roughly to the stake, a clever plan took shape in Peter's head. He acted on it instantly.
Ahoy there, you idle lovers.
Shouted Peter, and imitating Hook's voice so expertly that he had all the pirates fooled.
Oh, this one is a captain coming.
All ship shape, Captain. All is Bristol fashion. We've secured the prisoner to the rock.
Set her free.
But Captain, your orders were specific.
On my emphatic oath, Smee. Cut her loose, or by Morgan's ghost, you shall taste my hook.
Do as the captain says, me, or else we're all dead men.
Tiger Lily slipped instantly away, forgetting, in a haste, to give vent to her war cry. But Peter gave vent for her. Woo! Peter could imitate anyone.
Ship's boat ahoy! Fetch up the prisoner.
Captain, we release the prisoner, as per your orders.
My orders were to prepare the prisoner for drowning.
We only, yes, but...
We heard you shout the exact opposite.
Brimstone and gall! What cozening is hereabouts?
Tis haunted here, and the lost ones.
Spirit that haunts this dark, sequestered in place. Do you hear me? Who are you, spirit? Speak.
I am James Hook, captain of the Jolly Roger.
No! If you are Hook, then who am I?
A codfish. Only a codfish.
A codfish! Oh!
Have we been captain all this time? Codfish?
We've been laughing stock everywhere along the barbary coast.
I'm not a codfish. Have you another name?
Yes.
Are you vegetable?
No.
Are you mineral?
No.
Are you animal?
Yes.
Are you a man?
No.
Boy, then.
Yes.
Ordinary boy?
No.
Wonderful boy.
Yes.
Smee, shout him some questions.
I can't, Captain. My mind's a blank.
Nothing changes.
Oh.
Do you give up?
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
Well then, I am Peter Pan.
Oh.
And I am the one and only Captain Hook.
Let them have it, boys.
Get him. I'll get him, Captain. Oh no, Captain, my sword.
See to it that Wendy gets to safety. Go to it now.
Fine, Captain. Reduce him to cutlets, into bite-sized bits of brisket.
Cutlets. Bite-sized bits of brisket. I am a swashbuckling buccaneer, Smee. Not a backstreet retail butcher.
Well, I only have
Don't stand there goggle-eyed. Get after them. I want that girl. Yeah!
My fight, I think.
Not quite.
I told the boys to look after you.
No one's fault except my own. I was worried about you. I set off back and walked into a trap.
Thank ye for your weapon, Pan.
I'll hand over my blade, Hook, on one condition. I want your solemn oath that Wendy will be released.
On Blackbeard's grave, I swear it, the girl goes free.
It's done. Loose the girl this instant.
Do you take me for a fool, Pan? Not until you're securely shackled. Now, fetch the girl across and tie her up too. They shall drown together.
You lying scoundrel! But Captain, is she not to be our mother?
I'm sorry, Smee. I lied to you as well.
Oh. Well, it's all right, Captain. In fact, I respect you all the more for it.
Quickly does it. I can feel the water lapping at my toes. Do you hear it too, Pan? The tide crashing in along the bay? I won't bid my last goodbyes just yet. I might pop back round to enjoy your final moments.
I'm sorry, Wendy.
Nothing to blame yourself for, Peter.
We mustn't give up hope. The Lost Boys might come back and find us.
They did so want me to be their mother.
More than all the world.
The last piece of motherly advice I gave them was that they were not to come back to look for me.
They are grand lads, and will do as they've been told. Be brave, Wendy. Dying will be an awfully big adventure.
Look, Peter!
Oh, it's Curly's kite. Come here to save us.
But how has it done that by itself?
It hasn't come alone, Wendy. Oh, Tinkerbell is in full control. Oh, she begs to be forgiven. Yes, Tink, we are best friends again. Hold tight.
Smee! Smee! They're escaping! Oh, Smee! They're free!
Oh, Cap. Think of it this way. It's just like letting a little tiddler off the hook. You'll be all the happier when you catch him again.
Happy. How can I be happy Perhaps I should forgive and forget me. Would that make you a happy little man? Perhaps we should return to the high sea. Well, I will when I can. Peter Pan. Who thinks I am foolish, not sailing forth again? Men! Who thinks I am foolish and who thinks that I'm more chicken than a hen? Men! Don't say the cat has got your tongues, men. Tell me what you think you know you can. Am I to assume we are content then? Not until I can kill Peter Pan. How I love to make a handbag of that crocodile. How I love to split the gizzard of that boy and grind that wretched fairy into fairy dust. That is something I would thoroughly enjoy until I have revenge its sweetest day. I trust that no one wants it any other way. Oh, no. Good. Did I hear a snicker from someone in my crew? You! Someone thinks they're bigger than the captain, and it's time the captain knew. Who? It's Pan! He's here! It's him, sweet. Now it's time to concoct a little plan to guarantee he cannot escape me. Blood will spill. I will kill Peter
Across the bay, the pirate bark, the Jolly Roger, hove to anchor. On the rock-strewn shore nearby, the pirates polished cutlasses, oiled pistols, and cleaned their muskets, and honed their daggers to a razor sharpness, preparatory to killing any living thing, bird, beast, or crystal ball lost boy that happened to chance their way. James Hook, meanwhile, stood apart from all this activity, staring out across the rippling sea. At last, he let out a melancholy sigh.
Ho, ho.
He's been that way for days now, lads. Like a ship of calms.
Well, the dark storm clouds gathered on the horizon.
Hook sighed again, and louder, more melancholy than before.
Ho, ho.
Somebody's trying to work with him. It ain't properly tyrannical. Him sitting there, having us food all night. Not so much a boot out of a ship's cat. It ain't right for him, and it ain't right for us lads either. Like I say, somebody should have a word with him.
Mullins is right. Somebody should.
Oh. Hello, Captain. Come about. Lay to, cheer up.
Cheer up, Smee. There is a crocodile which has consumed a sizable portion of my person. I am plagued by a tribe of relief-ridden warriors, and worse than Smee, there is a boy. Mark that, Smee, a boy. A wretched boy who walks this earth and yet deserves to lie 6 feet
beneath it. A boy who makes a mockery of every evil thing for which I stand.
Who's that then, Cap?
Oh, never mind. Yes, of course. Only,
Look at it this way, Captain. Life's not all stale ship's biscuits and bilge water. Ain't that right?
Compared with my life, Smee, hardtack and bilge water is a feast fit for a high Lord Admiral.
Captain, look on the bright side. Evil deeds are waiting just around the corner to be perpetrated like the bad old days. Captain Hook, he's a sensitive soul who just thrives on committing foul crimes. And I'm sure we could gently cajole him with fond reminiscence of happier times. Look back through a rose-tinted eye patch. Remember our murderous locks. One swipe of your cutlass, your foes all fell gutless, and then became food for the shark. Look back through a rose-tinted eye patch. No pirate could equal your fame. Those wimps from Penzance would be filling their pants every time someone uttered your name. Look back through a rose-tinted eye patch. The glorious past. The beautiful briny, your hook nice and shiny. The corpses we hung from the mast. Look back through a rose-tinted eye patch. Forget this young boy who can fly. We're sure you would sooner go sink a nice schooner if only you'd give it a try. Pirates, it's a mistake if your slush hasn't buckled for years. And as pirates, we need a break 'cause we're down on our luck as they've done buccaneers. Look back through a rose-tinted eye patch. Nostalgia is good for the soul. Those kids are a canker, it's time we made anchor and played our traditional roles.
How do you kill a rat, Smee?
A portion of the cook's stew, Cap.
Precisely.
No, not deadly poison, Cap.
I see. The deadliest. If we cannot dispose of those disgusting brats by devious means, then on my own flats, we'll get rid of them by dubious ones. Just 2 drops of this brings a hideous death. Let's watch as those children all draw their last breath.
Look back through a rose-tinted eye patch. He used to be hideous crooks. As pirates, our duty is picking the booty. It says so in all of their books.
oh, Lord. Oh.
Look back through all those tinted eye patch. Remember those halcyon days.
It may be immoral, but who's gonna quarrel?
Piracy pays. Good honest piracy pays.
Cheers!
No!
Enemy in sight! Tiger Lily and her warriors to port starboard!
Adventure at the Mermaid Lagoon had turned Tiger Lily into his staunchest ally. He had saved her life, and she was eager to repay the kindness. While Peter Pan enjoyed fighting pirates with the warrior princess battling at his side, it was Wendy's motherly duty to remain behind in the underground home until the lost boys their bedtime story. It was a fairy tale which satisfied Wendy's fantasy rather than their own.
The crystal slipper is a perfect fit. The happy pair are joined in matrimony that very afternoon. Do you take this handsome prince? The archbishop asks, his voice resounding through the palace chapel thronged with regal guests. I do, she whispers breathlessly. I do, yes, I truly do.
Is that the end?
Now, into bed and off to sleep.
Must we, Mother? It is nearly dark outside.
It's not even bedtime.
In a mother's ideal world, young man, it is always just past bedtime. Now, eyes shut tight.
Shouldn't there be a lullaby?
He's right. I'm sure I remember someone singing us to sleep.
Third.
Just beyond the stars, beyond that great black velvet curtain, no one knows for certain what you'll find. Just beyond the stars are countless mysteries to unravel, journeys you can travel in your mind. Close your eyes and imagine, close them tight and pretend there's a place where prayers are answered and your dreams never end. Know your dreams. Your dreams never end. Maybe we've already been there. Maybe it's only a dream. Maybe we'll find in the future that things are not all that they seem. But for now, I only hope that I'll be good at raising boys the way a mother should. Stars in the sky so bright, watch over us tonight. Drive away every evil you may find. And in some other sky, please keep a watchful eye over those left behind. Just how long can this last? I've a feeling I've grown up too fast. All these children have need of my love, but still I can't see. If I mother them, who will mother me? Who will mother me? Who will mother How am I expected to get the children off to sleep when their father comes home only when it suits him?
fishing, putting his life in mortal danger and having the most tremendous fun, have returned flushed from deeds of daring do, without a thought to spare for sleeping children.
Well fought, Tiger Lily. The pirates are on full retreat. They're miles away by now.
In Neverland, the enemy is never further away than the nearest place of ambush.
Well, don't you ever get tired of ridding the world of wrongdoers, Tiger Lily?
Not so long as there is air to breathe, ground beneath my feet, and territories to be defended.
And life is one long, never-ending world of excitement.
We're so alike, you and I. Except that sometimes I do feel the need to rest.
Then go. Sleep undisturbed. We shall stay here to guard you.
I'm home.
Hush!
They're not in bed already.
It isn't all playtime, Peter, being a parent. They've had their bedtime story.
Well, tell them another one.
All of you, back to sleep.
Well, it is only pretend, isn't it, that I'm their father.
If you say so, but they are asked to take care of Peter, yours and mine.
But not really.
Not if you don't wish it.
Well, good, I don't.
What are your exact feelings for me, Peter?
Those of a devoted son, Wendy.
Don't you want to grow up?
Never.
Don't you want to grow up?
Not at all.
But you can't stay a child forever.
Why not?
For a start, you'll become too tall. There is nothing to fear in growing, and there's so much to learn on the way.
I think I've heard enough. I'm going, Wendy.
That's typical. Run, turn your back and have fun. Well, I'm not going to beg you to stay.
You're not?
No. It makes me feel sad to hear you carry on like this. Life is full of pleasures, pleasures that you'll miss. Can't you see it as one big adventure? Not a problem on which to pour scorn. An adventure as Pan grows from boy to a man, which began on the day you were born.
What's so great about growing older? Your hair grows gray and the eyes become sad.
There are some burdens we must shoulder, but it's not really all that bad. Pirates, warriors, and fairies.
Fun comes in different guises.
But the novelty you wear a bit thin.
Every day brings surprises.
You'll soon get bored if nothing varies.
Well, not while the sun still rises.
A chapter must end, so the next can begin. Can't you see it as one big adventure?
Not listening.
Not a problem on which to pour scorn.
I can't hear you.
An adventure as Pan
La, la, la,
goes from boy to a man.
La, 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 la,
Began
la.
on the day you were
I know
born.
what you mean. If I did, I wouldn't care. Because I told you I won't grow up. So there.
Can't you see it as one big
I
adventure?
intend to fly for all I'm worth.
Not a problem on which to
I
pour
will never
scorn.
come back down to
An
earth.
adventure as Pan
Please
goes from boy
understand.
to a man.
My place is here
On the day you
in
were
Neverland.
born. Don't you want to grow up?
No, never. I will stay as a boy.
Forever.
What makes you think that you're so clever? No one can get one over Peter Pan.
We can't live life like this any longer, can we, Peter?
What do you want to do?
Go home. Go back to Bloomsbury.
Mayn't John and me come with you?
I wouldn't dream of leaving you behind. Will you arrange things?
If that's what you want.
Don't go, Wendy.
Dear ones, I shall miss you all. You shall come with us! I'm almost sure my parents would adopt you!
But won't they find us rather a handful?
Not at all.
We'd only mean a few extra beds in the drawing room.
We'll put screens around them when we have visitors.
Can we, Peters, can we go, please? Peters, we go, can we, please?
If that's what you want, go get your things.
You could come too.
No thanks. But thanks all the same.
Please, Peter.
Now then, no fuss, no blubbing. I hope you all like your mothers. Tinkerbell will lead the way. Another skirmish, possibly the final battle. Whatever it was, it's over.
But which side has won?
Well, if Tiger Lily's warriors are the victors, they will beat their drums. There it is. You're safe now, Wendy. Goodbye, boys.
Bye, Peter. Bye, Peter. With me, Jules.
Bye, Peter.
Peter.
You will remember about regularly putting on clean things?
Of course.
I can't go just yet. I have to take my medicine.
I'll take it for you.
Every night at bedtime?
Yes, until the bottle's empty. Well then, go, if you're going. Every day a new adventure, every moment to be filled. Why bother with the bedtime with pirates to be killed? And mermaids still to capture, wild animals to track. There's no such fun in Bloomsbury, I bet that they'll be back. What can be found in London but sadness and regret? And for windows don't stay open, and mothers soon forget.
Now that the sprats are safely netted, it's time to land the mackerel. Observes me, rank carelessness, indulging in the untroubled sleep of childhood that refuses to face grown-up responsibility.
Oh, Cap, bless the angel. You could pluck out his little heart this instant, and he wouldn't know a thing about it.
Except that it is my intention to attend upon it that Pan does not die painlessly. He shall die oh so slowly, and suffer an eternity with every passing second. How best to administer my concoction? Shark's teeth, Smee. That medicine bottle is identical to the one that holds the poison.
I can't, except this one's got this label on it, and that one's got the other one on it. Oh, Collinson's! My granny, bless her lace-trimmed bonnet, used to give me Collinson's for every minor ailment.
What are you up to now, Smee?
Evoking the taste of childhood.
Well?
It's not half bad. It tastes of Granny's eau de cologne, with just a hint of caraway biscuits.
Oh, get on with it, Smee. Peel off the labels and swap one for the other. Oh, you wouldn't happen to have a chocolate about your person, Smee, or a pot-sucked sweetie gathering fluff in a trouser pocket.
Captain, are you sure it has to be this way? It ain't a properly piratical way of killing somebody. We should have come down here with cutlasses to hand and pistols blazing. That's what Morgan would have done for him, and Blackbeard too.
And look where their ham-fisted arrogance got them, Smee. This is Hook's way. 2 drops are sufficient to rid me of this boy. Joy! 2 drops are sufficient, so imagine what 2 spoonfuls could destroy. Joy! Though it isn't good form to gloat, Smee, I think that just this once perhaps I can. For when the poison trickles down his throat, Smee, oh, the thrill, I will kill
Pixie cat me stirs.
Peter Pan.
On with it, the dark deed's done.
Will be hollowed in the halls of Eton. Who will be feted for his flair? Who shows children that he can't be beaten?
The survival of a rival is rare. Who's the epitome of mal and evil deeds in the underworld, the uppermost cruel? We're so proud to say we serve him, even hell does not deserve him.
Don't you're back to perish.
Shower him with praises,
or you're pushing up the daisies.
Who goes? What? Tiger Lily and her warriors defeated. Wendy and the boys all captured. Oh, I'll rescue them, Tink. But first things first. I promised Wendy I'd take her medicine. Poisoned? Who could have poisoned it, Tink? You mustn't look to find fault, Tink, with everything that has to do with Wendy. Why, Tinkerbell, you've drunk the medicine yourself. Why, Tinkerbell, you've drunk all of Wendy's medicine, every last drop. Tink? Tinkerbell? Hey, what's wrong? What is it? Then it was poison. You did that for me? Her light is growing faint, and if it goes out altogether, then that means that she's dead. Her voice has shrunk so low, I can scarcely tell what she's saying. I'll try and speak up, Tink. I can hardly hear you. What's that? She says she thinks she could get well again if children believed in fairies. Do you believe in fairies? Say quick that you believe. Say it. Say it. No, better still, clap your hands. Come on, say it. Say it. Say it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kind sir. Thank you. Ready, Tinkerbell? This time, it's Hook or me. This time, Captain Hook, it's do or die. When you hear my cock-a-doodle cry, your pirate band will have no place in Neverland. In Neverland. Neverland. I am freedom. I am truth. Come on, Tink, let's go.
Two ghostly green lights flickering over Kidd's Creek, close by the mouth of the pirate river, marked where the ship lay low in the water. Most of the crew was sleeping fitfully in the forecastle. Mullins was on watch, scanning the horizon with a telescope he'd once fought over and killed for. Hook prowled the deck, consumed by nagging thoughts, while Smee, busy at his labors, kept one eye on his captain and the other on his task.
Did you hear it too, Smee? That cockcrow.
A cockcrow, Captain. And us a league offshore in the dead of night. Is it possible?
Infinitely so, you nincompoop. A cockcrow during darkness hours portends death for those whose ears it is intended for.
Well, there's your explanation, Captain. The cockcrow is for the kiddies we've got tied up down below.
Of course.
Clasp their hands and say their little prayers before they walk the plank.
Oh, split my infinitive, Smee. What is it that's possessed me? This ought to be James Hook's hour of triumph. And it will be. Belay below! Hoist up the prisoners! So then, my buckos, 6 of you are to walk the plank this night. But I have need of a couple of cabin boys. You, boy, which would you rather be? An apprentice pirate or a lobster's breakfast?
The latter, I fancy.
Me too.
Yeah! You've sealed your doom.
Captain,
What is it now, Smee?
only if the cockcrow was intended for the kiddies' ears, portending their awful fate, why did you hear it too?
Because I share in all men's woes, Smee. That is the burden that these broad shoulders were shaped to carry. I'm far too considerate by half. It's a curse to be a pirate with a conscience.
Nothing worse. I feel so sorry for you, boss.
My principles are lofty. Underneath, I'm just a softy.
Though that isn't quite the way you come across.
What?
Well, nothing. It's a curse to be a pirate with charisma.
I'm a person who just goes against the norm. I know children always boo me, and yet if they really knew me, I am sure they'd find me sensitive and warm.
No question. It's a curse to be a pirate who is caring. Every nurse would do so well to learn from you.
Have you noticed my precision when I'm making an incision? I so hate the sight of blood.
I know you do.
Oh, sorry.
It's a curse to be a pirate with good breeding.
It's perverse to find these attributes combined. When I'm torturing some fellow, I may rant and rave and bellow, but I'd like to think my manners are refined. For instance, with these lost boys, as I send them off to die, you'll notice that I smile and take the time to say goodbye.
Goodbye. And what a lovely lovely smile. It warms the cockles of my heart to think their journey to the afterlife could have such a cheerful start.
Cheerful? Oh. Suddenly, I am sad, Smee.
Well, what sort of sadness is it, Captain?
The kind that compels me to make my dying speech. Lest when dying I may not have time for it. Better, perhaps, for Hook to have had less ambition. Oh, fame, fame, thou glittering bauble! Why, when I have your comfort for my mantle, do I seem to suffer loneliness the most?
It's a curse to be a pirate who is thoughtful.
I immerse myself in what is right and wrong. The ancient, educated, are so often overrated.
But in your case, you deserve to win the gong. Win the gong. Win the gong.
It's a curse to be a pirate of my standing.
One last verse and then our deadly deeds must start.
Though you may think I would relish a finale that is hellish, you'd be oh so wrong. 'Cause it's made for a pirate with a heart. Yes, it's made for a pirate with a heart. Yes, it's made here for a pirate with
Yes, it's murder for a pirate with a heart.
So then, madam, you are to watch your despicable brood walk the plank.
No words of mine can tell you how much Wendy despised those pirates and all that their evil calling stood for. To the boys, there was at least some glamour and a life at sea, but all that Wendy saw was that that ship had not been scrubbed in years.
Silence everywhere for a mother's last words to her children.
These are they. Dear boys, I feel I have a message to you from your real mothers. It is this. We hope that our sons will die like Englishmen!
Yeah! Rule Britannia!
Yeah! Oh, enough of this. She shall watch them drown. Cringe, boy! Cringe!
You may succeed, Captain Hook, in drowning helpless children, but we will go to our sea-ridden graves, safe in the knowledge that Peter Pan will exact a terrible retribution on each and every one of you.
Peter Pan! Oh, pish, pash, and fiddle, faddle. Pan's dead. Tell them, Smee.
Yep, Pan's poisoned, right enough.
Did you see him die?
Well, maybe not in so many words, but I mean...
See, Peter Pan is alive!
Enough of this. This is mere playground prattle. This is more tomfoolery. Peter Pan is dead, and you may have my fork on it.
He'll never die. Peter Pan lives forever. Never die. Peter Pan is our friend. You can try every fiendish endeavor, but we know that he'll win in the end.
Stop! Stop, I say, this instant.
He'll never die. Peter Pan will be watching. Never die. You'll be walking the plank.
He is alive, you devil, you shall see!
You can do him no ill. We know Peter Pan will never die, never die, never die, never die, never die.
on you!
Oh, enough of this! Even to so much as mention that odious beast on board this craft spells instant death. Arr!
One!
She's gone, Captain! Dreadful creature.
Oh, I stopped. 'Tis gone. But gone where? Gone how? And gone why? Oh. Go into my cabin, Jukes, and fetch out the flagon of rum. We'll toast while we watch these worthless children flounder. Ooh, put the jolly in the jolly Roger. Ooh, put the treasure in our chest.
Two!
What was that? Into the cabin, Secco, and report back this instant.
Juice is no more.
By whose hands was it done?
Last there. There's something terrible. The thing we were growing.
Go back inside that cabin and bring me out that doodle-doo.
No, Captain, please. Don't ask it of me.
Ask. I'm giving you an order.
Come on now.
Three!
Is there a man among you that will bring me out whatever that haunts that cabin? Starkey? Then die, Starkey.
No. No, Starkey. Is he gonna...
Four!
Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do, lads. We'll open up the cabin door and drive the prisoners in. Let them fight the doodle-doo. If they kill it, what of it? We are none the worse. If it kills them, so much the better. Oh, gentlemen, gentlemen. I thought it through. The girl's the Jonah. Whoever heard of a carefree craft with a woman on the manifest?
The captain's right. Women are frightful bad luck. Be they mothers, or be they not.
Hey.
You do well to hang your head, missy. There's none can save ye now.
There is one.
Peter Pan!
Oh, the ship's a floating coffin, and seamen's corpses are the cargo.
Kill him!
Oh.
Michael, do be careful. You'll do yourself an injury.
Wendy, I've just killed a pirate.
How dreadful!
It was grand, Wendy. I enjoyed it.
Back! Back, I say, you mewling mute sops! What? Yeah! This is Hook, boys. How do you like him?
Put up your swords, boys. This man is mine.
Sir Pan,
It is thee and me at last.
Aye, Captain Hook. The two of us, as it ever was, and always would be.
Then die, boy. Whoa! This is no boy I face. This is some fiend. In heaven's name, Pan, who and what art thou?
In truth, Hook, I am everything that you are lacking.
To sword. I am lost, Pan. You have won. But even in defeat, James Hook decides his own destiny. Gloriat Aetona!
Meanwhile, back home in Bloomsbury, Mrs. Darling stood at the open window and watched and waited, as she had watched and waited day after day, ever since her children had gone.
Close your eyes and imagine, close them tight and pretend. Close them tight and pretend.
John, Michael, Wendy. Oh, it's just you, Liza.
He's done it out of remorse.
All I said, it ain't respectable for a gentleman to come home after a long day at the office and squat down at the dog stall while the animal gets up at the dining table, proud as nine pence, and discuss the master's food.
He blames himself for the children's disappearance.
Something smells good. I will say this much, Mary, I would not have eaten half so well of late if the children hadn't flown the coop. There isn't any news forthcoming on that front, I don't suppose.
Not a word.
What a day it has been. Suddenly I'm dog-tired. When you sing me to sleep?
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, George.
And may I beg one more small favor of you? It is merely that you close that window.
Dearest George, this window must stay open, always and forever, until...
I do think I've been here before.
You live here, silly. Don't you know home?
Look, Michael, there's your bed.
I say, the kennel.
There's a man asleep inside it.
It's Father?
Who's that lady?
It's Mother. Quick, hide!
George! George, dear. Time for your evening exercise. Liza's in the kitchen and she'll let you out, unless you'd rather I come with you.
There are some things in life, Mary, that a fellow needs to do alone. Taking his backyard exercise comes high up on the list of priorities.
Who's there? I hear those children in my dreams so often, but I must be sensing their presence when I'm awake. Mother! It's Wendy.
Mother.
And now John.
Mother.
And that's Michael. When I stretch out my arms to them, they never come. They're never there.
This time, however, they were there. Mrs. Darling hugged her children all at once, then each in turn. Then each in turn, then all at once, they hugged her back.
Hide again, dears. We'll surprise your father.
Mary, just look at what the wind has blown in our direction. These charming boys came settling down out of the sky into our very own backyard. Perhaps these will suffice until... Bless my boots and braces, those are our three. Oh, now we do have a house full. We couldn't possibly keep all of you.
Oh, of course we can, George. And we shall. It'll only mean a few extra beds in the drawing room, and we'll have to put up screens when we have visitors.
You are right, my love, as always. Although, I see you don't do things by halves.
First things first, George. These children must be fed.
Wendy stayed behind for a reason she herself was not quite sure of, but one which was to become instantly clear.
Hello, Wendy.
Hello, Peter. Would you like to stay with us? I'm sure my parents would adopt you too, along with all the rest of them.
And then send me to school?
You learn all kinds of important facts and figures.
And after that, onto an office?
Black jacket, striped trousers, starched wing collar, a fog chain across your waistcoat, a shiny top hat to a rolled umbrella. You could grow to like it, Peter.
If you had learned one single thing about me, Wendy, you know that I don't mean to grow at all.
And what do you mean to do?
Well, go back to Neverland, of course, and build a new house, high up in the treetops. You could come with me.
Wendy! Mother, mayn't I go with him?
I've only just got you home. I intend to keep you.
He does so need a mother.
And so do you. But I shall let you go for one whole week to do the spring cleaning.
Won't you be lonely in the evenings, Peter, when I'm not there?
No. Why should I be? Always be waiting for me. That's all. And then some night, you'll hear me crowing.
Peter did come back, exactly as he had promised, that next spring cleaning. And then the following year, he did not come at all. She waited and waited, but he never came. And then, would you believe it? That next spring cleaning, there he was, and stranger still, he never knew that he had missed a year. But that was the last time. Wendy never saw Peter Pan ever again.
Wendy! Had you forgotten? It's spring cleaning time.
It was you that forgot, Peter. You allowed too many spring cleaning times to pass.
What is it?
I'm old, Peter. I grew up.
You said you never would. You promised not to. We spat on our hands and we swore on it.
Was it my fault? It happened. It happens, Peter. I got married. I have children. I have grandchildren. Go back. Go back. You must go back. Boy, why are you crying? What's your name?
Peter. Peter Pan. I can't do it. I can't do it. Why can't we stay as little children? Why must we put away our toys? Our parents don't have the adventures that we do as girls and boys. I know those grown-ups look so solemn. And I know that grown-ups have to work and worry. They say one day I'll have to grow up. Oh, but I'm not in any hurry. No, I'm not in any hurry. All the while, I can say there's always tomorrow. There's probably soon. There's maybe, or sometime, someday, or some year, or in a blue moon. I'll wait for that moment, so full of perhaps as each day elapses, there's always tomorrow.
Try to think of me sometimes, Peter. I never forgot you. Not once.
Good night, Wendy. Why should I ever give up flying? Who says I have to be a man? That may be fine for other children, well, but it's not for Peter Pan. As long as there are stars to guide me, and while the sun still shines like gold, away in Neverland you'll find me, and I won't be growing old. Always tomorrow. There's probably soon. There's maybe sometime, someday, or some year, or in a blue moon. I'll wait for that moment, so full of surprises, as each new dawn rises. There's always tomorrow, as each new dawn rises. There's always. Come on, Tink. Second to the right, and then straight on till morning. Tomorrow.
And if I can, I would like to invite Mrs. Reuter, Mrs. Walker, Heidi, and Israel up to the stage, please. There he is. We would just like to thank you guys so much for making the show so memorable, and someone else talk, yeah, go.
I just want to thank you guys so much. This is my dream role, and I'm so glad I got to do it.
It's kind of crazy how much work these guys put in for us. Like, you don't see any of it, but they're the heart of our production, and we just wanted to thank them formally up here. So.
And if I may say, a lot of us wouldn't be doing this without your help as well. A lot of you are parents, a lot of you are family, friends, teachers who are in the audience as well. Everyone contributes to this, and paying to be here, it funds this program and keeps us going. It's amazing. I'm a senior, but I can't wait to come back and see more. It's so good.
Keep you for any longer. Thank you. Thank you.
Peter Pan lives forever. Never die, Peter Pan is our friend. You can try every fiendish endeavor, but we know that he'll win in the end.
Stop! Stop, I say, this instant.
He'll never die, Peter Pan will be watching. Never die, you'll be walking the plank.
He is alive, you devil, you shall see.
You can do him no ill, 'cause we know Peter Pan will never die, never die, never die, never die, never
Ooh, we'll be hollowed in the halls of Eden. Will be petted for his flair. Who shows children that he can't be beaten. The survival is rare. The epitome of man's evil deeds in the underworld, the undermost rule. We're so proud to say we serve him, even hell does not deserve him. Yes, it's good old Captain. You're about to perish.
Something in the air tonight.
Chilly for this time of year.
Something in the breeze.
Wind started by.
Whistling round the chimney stack.
I don't remember seeing stars.
Rustling through the trees.
Burning quite so bright.
Something in the air
Something in the air tonight.
doesn't feel like spring.
The nightingales are
silent, as if told they shouldn't sing. Something in the air tonight, something in its guts, something leaves us shivering, something we don't trust.
First we'll build each wall. When it's just so tall, we'll stop. And with the high-pitched roof that is waterproof on top, we should strengthen it with clay to keep baying wolves at bay. We'll build a house for Wendy. We'll build a home where Wendy will stay.
In the walls of wood, many windows should be cut, looking out each way,
just as long as they don't shut.
From each window, come what may, there's a different view each day.
Build a house for Wendy. Build a home where Wendy will stay.
And saw and hammer nails for Wendy lay the floor, and picture rails for Wendy.
At the kind of loft where old toys are often flung.
Hammer nails for Wendy.
Where parents play to recall when